All right, now there's one last thing I want to create, which is actually a factory which, rather than automatically running like this one is, will actually require inputs and then produce outputs from here, because the components for this factory actually are just the byproducts, or, well, not even the byproducts, the products of this factory, which, as we can see, are working astronomically well. I've already pulled out some electronic circuits from here, but the solar panels are producing as they should be. And what I might do here is make it so that it makes two of those, and then that way, so that four of these will come down, but we'll always get one in byproduct. That way, we're actually filling these chests. All the same, what I want to create is a factory for overclocker upgrades, which take copper cables, electronic circuits, and coolant cells. Now, coolant cells take these empty cells, which are tin. So I'm just going to manually put in empty cells because I don't want to produce too many of these. In all honesty, I only need like 5 of them to get each of these machines running how I want it to, and keeping it running with the medium voltage solar panel that I have currently set up. So with that in mind, how I'm going to do this actually requires me to make something new. So if we look at this, water cells, which are then made into coolant cells, take water buckets. And I was trying to figure out a way to automatically fill those, and I realized that you can actually use something from equivalent exchange. So what I'm going to do is take 3 dark matter and these 6 water buckets that I collected. And there we are. Now I can get an Evertide amulet. Now this is pretty fantastic. I may actually make another one of these just for myself, but for demonstration purposes, let's see if I have a place that I can create here. So if I go like so, and then right click with the amulet, it will place down water, which is really nice. I could have used this while filling my water towers outside, but what I can do is then block that up and start making this machine. So I'm going to drop down here where all the rest of my mechanics are and look at how I want this to work. So to make a water cell takes empty cell and water buckets. Now water buckets are made with Evertide amulet and a bucket. So what I can do is take my automatic crafting table Mark II and place that like here, let's say. Then we can put a water bucket in there along with an Evertide amulet, which will create water buckets. So if we put an Evertide amulet and a bucket, it will create a bucket. That, how many times can I say bucket in one sentence? So what I can do is I can extract this like so, and this will pump out water buckets. Then water cells are water bucket and an empty cell. So what I can do is take this output here, bring it down, and then place an automatic crafting table like so. This way, now we can look at its dark. So we put this here. So now whenever we put water, empty cells up in the chest, they'll be brought down and then sent along here. And then we put empty cell and water bucket. Now I've just realized that this actually will not work because it won't store water buckets. So we need to make another one of these automatic crafting table Mark IIs. So let's quickly make that. Hey, we got it working. Okay. For some reason, you have to pull it out of the top of this machine, which seems kind of annoying and a little ridiculous, but whatever. So what that means is that we may have to get a bit more industrial with this. Open up this floor here so that I can actually get these all connected. Now, the joy of this is that I've actually built stuff on the other floors, which means that this isn't peeking through. So that's like a nice, really convenient thing, actually. So this will pull out. We'll actually reset this because I don't think it'll connect up how we want it to. But now, let's try this. So we take automatic crafting table, Mark II, place it down there, along with wooden transport pipe, and automatic crafting table Mark II. That's still not going to work, because it's got to be like this, I suppose. Bingo. Okay, so now this will work. So we put a Evertide amulet in. What have I done here? Oh my gosh. Okay. Water bucket. Water bucket. Excellent. Let's just place these down there like so. Okay. So now I put empty bucket there, and we create a water bucket. Then we attach a wooden transport pipe like so. I mean a redstone engine, I should say. And we'll put another one right here. There we are. So now we're going to get a water bucket in here. Then what I can do with water bucket is do this and empty cell. So I will put this in here, and we will see that the water cell comes out. Now the buckets need to come out down here, I think. So we will put a redstone engine like so. Actually, first things first, let's fill that in. Bingo. So I believe that water buckets will come out the bottom and go straight back in. So this system will now work. So this will infinitely produce a water bucket and then send it up and out here. So this system is now working. So all I need to do is actually attach cobblestone transport pipe to it like so. And this will now work for creating the water cells. That was a lot more complicated than it should have been. I should have remembered that this only extracts from the top, but all the same. So now, this system is working as it should be, but there's one last thing I need to do, which is actually to... First things first, let's break that up. Oop, should not have done that. I'll quickly put this back where it's supposed to be, which I believe is right in here. Here we are. Whoa, we're getting a lot of iron furnaces. Okay, hang on. We need to up this quite substantially. Okay. So, now if I drop back down here, we can drag this power out like so. Then we'll bring it right here. So, what we're going to do is all the water cells get pulled out of the top and instantly can actually go directly in like this. So I can shift this over, which means that this is going to look much nicer now. And there we are. Okay, so this is filling with power. We'll put our energy storage upgrade in there as we need it to. Let's actually... No, that's pretty good. Okay, so we will attach one of these at the front along with redstone engine, like so. Which means that we will now, when we put water cells in here, we'll start to fire. Now I'm noticing a little bit of slowness there. Are these all keeping up? It looks like they are, so the system's not being completely undone by this process, but we'll probably have to start subsidizing with some more solar panels pretty quickly here. But we are now getting the coolant cells which we need for this process. So this means that the complicated part of this is done. So now all we need to do is put this in here along with the coolant cell. We'll also put 30 of these in here so that they start to be pulled out and start to fill the extractor, which is now working. So then we put electronic circuit and 2 copper cables. The last thing to do here is to take this out here so that this will now exit out this side. So we'll put blue as copper cable and electronic circuit. Then we place down wooden transport pipe along with redstone engine and a redstone torch. And then we need cobblestone transport pipes, and there we are. So now, with coolant cells in hand, let's see if I can get one more. There we go. Now the question is, do these stack? I don't think they do. No, they don't, which means that I need another... Gosh, okay. Hang on. This thing is going to constantly spit those out if I don't grab it. So let's quickly go down here and go automatic crafting table, the 3 wooden transport pipes, chest, I believe. There we are. I really should have actually figured this out beforehand, probably, but all the same. Oh, that's going to change this whole dynamic, isn't it? Okay, hang on. What I can do is just this. And transport pipe. There we are. Cobblestone, redstone torch. So now it will pull out of the top as it should. And we put down the coolant cells, electronic circuit. You know, another advantage of these in regards to functionality, these automatic crafting table Mark IIs, is that it doesn't actually take one of the items to put it in here. So you can just like, you put in a pattern and it just keeps the items. That's really nice, actually. But now we're going to start getting coolant cells in here pretty quickly. So what I do is I just go up here and we'll put electronic circuits, copper cables. Bingo. 1, 2, and here we are. So now when these enter the chest, oh man, this is like so exciting. I'm so happy with this. You have no idea. Like, kind of a cluster, just a mess every time I try and do these because I forget things and don't realize what I need or how the machines work. But it's very satisfying once it finally works. And I believe that this system is now fully complete. So now we're generating overclocker upgrades, we're generating wires, we're generating refined iron, electronic circuits, solar panels. I've already got 64 of these, which means that I have another medium voltage solar array, which is really nice. So I might actually hook that up directly outside and make sure that this system remains functioning how it should be. Because all I need to do is make these LV transformers, and then with that and an MV transformer, I can make a medium voltage solar array. So this is fantastic. We're making progress so well here.